I'm Aaron Hallett. I write original Christian rock. Just started tweaking a sound. I've got Bias Effects 2 open. I've been doing a thing where I drop my guitar down a full octave using the polyphonic pitch shifter. Thought it might be cool if I just make a dual signal chain and put it on one side, and then the other side is gonna have normal standard tuning. I've got low latency mode on, so it should sound even better once that's off. That's already pretty cool. I'm gonna start playing something. I like that. I'm gonna set a tempo. That's probably a verse. Should I do that as a chorus? I don't know. I think I could do it as a chorus, so maybe why not? Here I go, left guitar, and I'll probably do something similar on the right, but I'll see. All right, so I'm on the right side guitar, and I'm making this monstrosity of a tone. So octave drop with the pitch shifter, tone like full bore, and turn the distortion up a little. I know you usually on a overdrive don't turn the distortion up, just the tone and volume, but do it in this case because you need a little more, and no bass on the amp because the low tuning will sound stupid. Like, that sounds cool on its own, but once I put the bass guitar in, that's going to be absolutely dumb because it'll, like, fight with the other thing. I should also mention, by the way, the input monitoring also makes your tone a little... Later when I record vocals, if I have input monitoring on, which I will, it like chops the volume down to like nothing. So I've got headphones where I can hear myself in the room and it's not that big a deal, but sure there's a setting where I can change it, but I also don't feel like fishing around for it. I just let it go. It's good enough. Speaking of good enough, I had a thing yesterday where it was the end of the song. I did some guitar solos and stuff as an outro and thought it was all cool, but there was like a big drum fill where the video is like slightly out of sync. That ever happens on a longer video, I've got a deal where my camera, like the internal time thing, isn't synced with the computer because I'm just running a headphone cable out. So sometimes on super long videos, I try and like split the difference, but the camera video is always slightly longer than what this spits out. And it's like milliseconds, but at the end of like 5 minutes, it starts to be like on a hit that was at the beginning. So in the beginning, I usually try to slide a little ahead, just a frame or two ahead, and then it evens out in the middle and then goes a little behind. But if it's like longer, it's harder to do that. So yeah, I think it was a combo of that. And I might have also just accidentally grabbed the MIDI. So I'm not sure. It might even be both. I grabbed every other hit and put it up to a different ride cymbal sound. So it would sound a little more natural because it was machine gunny. And it's entirely possible I accidentally screwed the fill up because, you know, I tend to just click on things like I just did right there. Prime example happening as I'm saying it. Save. Just make sure. And I'm going to do overdubs. So let's see. I don't know if I want to just do the exact same thing. Let me play this. Yeah, it does kind of thicken it up. Maybe I'll just do that. Nice thing with these dubs, I just do it once and then copy paste it to wherever it happens. Now it sounds big and more awesomer. Alright, so the other one I do very often is a clean sound with tons of echo and verb. Can't freaking hit the right thing to save my life sometimes. I'm just deleting a take and it wants me to delete the whole track. All right, just gonna hold an E minor and do this end. I'm gonna do a guitar solo. I think that was good. Now that I've got the input monitoring off, let me play it back. Is that it for guitars? I think that's it. Okay, bass guitar. I'll be right back with the bass guitar. Okay, I've got my bass guitar, and I guess I'm just gonna do the guitar part here. beginning of this, and I'm gonna try the same thing I did on the guitars. Sounds like crap. So, no. That was the first attempt at doing something. So the other thing I might just do is... Alright, so I'm gonna grab these bass notes, raise them up to a guitar frequency. Alright, so the bass guitar combined with this currently sucks. Just plop an EQ afterwards. That's good. Now I've got the pick attack and stuff from the bass guitar in the mids, but the low's gone and it's taken over by the MIDI bass. That way they don't fight each other and have a war. Every time I hit the verse, I'm gonna bypass that EQ so it doesn't chop my tone. Oh, you dumb jerk. It's not hard, it's just monotonous. This sucks. See, this is why I hate editing, and I don't do it often. This sucks. I just want it to sound really cool for this part, so it's gotta happen. But yeah, if you're ever wondering if I do a lot of editing to get my stuff, no, I hate it. This is boring. Forgot about a thing I did before to make this sit better. Haha. All I gotta do is hit that little guitar, and now this is a big stereo bass, and now I've got the real bass in the middle, and then this sitting on the sides. Drums are next. It might get cut out during editing, but I just looked at the computer like, oh crap. I thought for a second I didn't see the drum MIDI there, and I was like, did I not hit record again? I don't feel like doing that again. All right, so... It's just kind of a little awkward making up lyrics with, or a melody with that really low tuning, so... Right away got something with this. I don't know, it's just the thing with the acoustic guitar. Kind of didn't say the right word at the beginning, but it might not matter because it was kind of yelling. I stopped it because I just wanted to listen back. That wasn't bad. All right, I'm gonna do the second one. Let me put this back because I keep stabbing myself with the strings on the end. I put it back. Something about an acoustic guitar, just playing it, just makes me come up with different melodies. Just get a whole different vibe. So I just did the chords, transposed it onto this. Transpose isn't the right word, but transplanted it onto this. I don't know. Well, anyway, I ended up with a song. I did copy paste the choruses. I could probably have reproduced that, but I just love the consistency I'm getting now doing this, and it felt lazy, but I don't care anymore. All right, so I'm probably going to do my usual deal with these vocals. I run them through a compressor, tape saturation. Actually, a new thing. Where is it? It's right here. Clip distortion. If you get these settings right and you only put the mix up a little bit, I got it on 15%. It just adds some nice grit and makes the screams, which are not actually screams, sound impressive. So yeah, I have that going. Tape saturation. I've got this thing. What is this company again? Audio Assault. That's it. I was like about to find it and then I remembered. So yeah, I've got tape saturation going with my whole like vocal bus and some extra compression onto what I'm going to put on the channel strip, which is this. You know, I just realized this is making my voice sound weird and I'm not hearing it. Should have done that on a different track. Well, you get the idea. I'm running it through some tricky stuff. I also have, I'm going to pull this up on the other track now. Humanoid. I put it into stereo widen. I can set the key and then I can just do harmonies, so third below, third above is a good choice. You can do MIDI and even like play it on the piano. I usually just set it to 1 though. If you hear weird artificial harmonies, it's that. I kind of love the robot effect lately, so I just keep throwing it on there, and at some point I'll get sick of it, but not yet. Lyrics are going to be in the bottom of the description box, and then the middle of the description box is going to have a big paragraph where you can find me online, purchase and stream my music. iTunes, Amazon, Spotify are at the top of the list. If you use something like, say, Amazon, Spotify, go to Spotify, type my name in the search bar, and you should find me. The top thing I've got is a link to the best Bible teaching I know of. I say right in the beginning it's Christian rock. I don't go on about it because that's not my thing, but that teaching is fantastic. It's really good objective stuff. Everything else I see is subjective, meaning they're importing some kind of extra traditional denominational thing and skewing the meaning and getting text out of context like it's their job. This place, being objective teaching, is grammar, translation from the original languages. That really clears things up right away. And then there's just stuff like historical context. They actually take text in context by getting a bird's eye view of the whole thing, and it's really good stuff. Just teaching, nothing else. So I put it there as a resource if you want to check it out. I keep writing a song a day like this. I do instrumental metal thing later in the afternoon, so I just have stuff going up constantly. Feel free to sub if you want to just keep hearing an endless parade of new music. Yeah, that's it. So thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next one. Bye.